Hey everyone, welcome back to my comic book 2020, positive 2020. Please excuse my desk, I'm right in the middle of working on a journal. But tonight I wanted to talk to you about remaining hopeful during the coronavirus. I know a lot of us are down, a lot of us are depressed. We have other things going on in our lives, and this just smacked us. But you know, our lives have basically been changed overnight, and nothing is the way we expected it to be. Nothing is, everyone is brokenhearted for humanity right now, myself included. We know it has been taken away from us, and we could not prepare for it. So it's not normal what we're living through now. But it is normal to feel depressed. It's normal to feel scared. It's normal to feel uncertain. Because we don't know what's going to happen next. But we just have to remain hopeful that, it's going to end. It's going to get better. One of the things I'm finding helps, other than making videos, and it is helping, and I want to thank everyone that came to my live for the trivia. It was so much fun, and it just kept my mind off of everything I'm going through. If most of you know, because most of my followers belong to my Facebook group, I am awaiting the results of a CAT scan. And, when I get it, I'll divulge more, but I'm undergoing some tests right now, and it has nothing to do with COVID-19. It's much worse. But, it's something I have to deal with. So I really do appreciate you guys' support. One of the things you need to do while this is all going on, and we all have to stay in our houses. I didn't go out a whole lot, but now I really want to go out. Stay mentally active. Mentally active. Do puzzles. AARP site has free puzzles. Several places online you can find free puzzles. Play games, even if it's computer games. Sit down with your family and play some games. This is the perfect time. You're all stuck in the house. Even if all you have is a deck of cards. Teach, somebody a new game. Work puzzles, do artwork. Take a walk around in your yard and nothing else, or just walk around inside your house. Physical activity actually raises your endorphins and makes you feel better. So the more you move around, the better you're going to feel. Put your favorite song on and start dancing. Just go to town. Who's going to see and who's going to care? And if anybody does see, if you're like me, they're going to enjoy laughing at you, and, it's going to keep their mind off what's going on. Another thing you can do, discover you. This is the best thing you can do for yourself during this downtime. If you're shut in and you're all alone, take this time to think about you. How do you treat other people? How do you react to situations? How can you better yourself? How can you make yourself a better person? Some of you don't need any work, but there's some of you that need some work, including myself. I always tend to trust way too much, way too much, and I end up getting hurt. It hurts when you discover that someone who was a personal friend decided to hook up with someone online they never even met and likely never will, and try to take you down out of jealousy. At first it was mad that I was doing lives and spending time with other people, and, oh, you like them better than me, you have more time for them than me, and all this silly nonsense stuff. It's just, You know, you have to discover what is going to make you happy in life and cut out what doesn't make you happy anymore. Don't ever let anybody put you on guilt trips to remain friends with them, because they're not a friend to you to start with, and you knew it for years before you ever walked away. So if you have been in a situation like that, run, Forrest, run. My next suggestion, have hope and stay positive. Positive, positive, positive. Be positive. This is not going to last forever. My mother was born during the Depression. She grew up during the Depression. The story she told me terrified me. Seriously. You know, I couldn't imagine anyone having to live through a time like that. Basically, I see it now. You know, people hoarding stuff. People that need things can't get it. I use oxygen. And even Amazon now is saying we are delaying orders and sending out essentials that are absolutely needed first. Excuse me, but the tubing for my oxygen machine and the plug are needed. They are essential, but my order got delayed by 3 weeks. First they say it would ship the next day. Then I get a message it will ship in 3 weeks because it's not essential. So I'm not really sure what is to them. If you're all by yourself, if you have a deck of cards, my mom was a solitary playing lady. She would play in the last years of her life, probably the last 20 years. She played more solitaire than anybody I've ever seen in my life. So, you know, just find something you can do. Take out a deck of cards and put them all in order by the suits and then by the numbers. Something that's going to make you think about what you are doing and not about what is going on around you. And it will truly, truly help you a lot. It will relieve your stress levels and bring your blood pressure down some too. Keep that in mind if you're one of us seniors. Just keep remaining hopeful is the main thing. We've all been through hard times. We're going to go through some more. And everybody's life is on hold right now. Not just yours, not just mine. Everybody's life is on hold. I can't even go in to see my doctor. I have to stand on these little feet outside the door and tell them what is going on. They go back and talk to the doctor and come back out and hand me a prescription. I didn't see anybody. Nobody took my temperature. Nobody knows what's going on. But this is the world we're in right now. I went to have a chest x-ray done and then a CAT scan done. And they are taking 4 people in at a time. 4 people. Everybody else has to stand outside 6 feet apart. They have a chair in this corner, a chair in this corner, a chair in this corner, and a chair in this corner. And you go in and you take one of those 4, whichever chair is available. It's kind of like being back in grade school and you're in timeout. I mean, you just sit there and kind of look at each other scared. Because when have you ever in your life gone to a medical facility and been placed in a corner? It's unnerving is what it is. Granted, I got in and out of there in no time flat. I loved it. It was nice. But it does make you stop and think about, oh my goodness, I hope life like this doesn't go on forever. Now, Walmart, the biggest store out there, is limiting the amount of people that can come into the store at one time. I'm going to tell you what, if I'm standing out in the Florida sun, can't breathe, sick as a dog, waiting to go in that store, and somebody is in there lollygagging around, I'm going to trip them when they come out and take what they bought and just say, okay, you get back in line in my place. Because it is crazy. I mean, I am hoping, since all they can sell now is essential items, I am hoping and praying that somebody is inside that store monitoring these people they're letting in. I think it's like 20. And, they know where they are and what they're doing, and making them get their stuff and get in line and get out. Our grocery stores now have plexiglass shields up between you and the cashier. Nobody's taking money. Nobody is taking any money. If you don't have a card to put in that machine, you're not getting in there. But look, let me give you a little advice. If you are using a debit card or any card that you have to punch your numbers in, please, I'm begging you, please, take a Q-tip to the store with you and use that to punch the numbers with. Do not use your bare hands. If you are wearing gloves when you're going out, don't take them off and throw them down in the parking lot. That's not your house. What you do inside your house is your business. But when you're throwing them down in the parking lot and one of those poor little kids at Walmart's got to go out there and clean that up, that's not fair to them. They're scared to death. They're working to death anyway. Don't throw your crap in the parking lot. I mean, just be human. But what we all have to remember, and I'm going to ask everybody to do this. Everybody has their little group of online friends. Call Tree. Set up a system where you call each other and check on each other. Not every day, not for hours at a time. But, there are a lot of people out here who live by themselves. A lot. And they don't have anybody in their house with them. If you have a friend that's like that, tell them, okay, I'm going to call you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 o'clock. Wait till after they've had their breakfast and lunch. Or between breakfast and lunch. Just don't be yapping and run into their lunchtime. And, I'm just going to check on you. If you don't hear from me, you need to call me. And give each other an emergency number. Let's say if you don't reach me, you call my daughter and see has she heard from me. But don't call immediately. I mean, wait, try at least 3 or 4 times that day to reach me. Or reach the person that you're on the call tree with. But if something happens and you can't get a hold of them, you have a backup number from them where you can call somebody else and say, when was the last time you heard from them? Do you think they're okay? Should we have a welfare check done on them? Which is where you call the local sheriff or the police department and tell them you can't reach this person by phone. Will they go check? A lot of shut-ins have serious health problems, and they could be in dire straits and need help. So if you know someone like that, offer to be their call buddy. If there's 2 or 3 or 4 of you together, offer to do a call tree. I posted in my group, I don't want anybody to feel alone. If there is nobody else in the world that you can talk to, call me. Just call me. You can call me through Facebook Messenger. We'll talk over the computer. I don't want anybody to be scared and alone at this time. And I'm asking everybody to do that for their friends. Do it for your online social friends, even though you've never met in person and likely never will. But in times like this, we need to help each other because everybody's life has changed. And a lot of people suffer from depression and likely are very depressed right now. A lot of the people who are depressed and on disability, they can only shop once a month. If the hoarders snatch it all up before they can get there, they're very depressed and scared right now because they can't get the essentials they need to live on. So they need a backup buddy. And, regardless of whether you live close to each other or not, I'm not saying, send care packages and stuff, because, I had thought of that, and to mail canned stuff. I had a friend with cancer once who would only eat tomato soup. That's all she could keep down. I mailed her a case of tomato soup from Florida to Virginia. It cost me $86 to mail that case of soup. But she had soup till the end of her life. You know, I know there are other things you can send. Lightweight items you could send somebody that you know is in dire straits and has nothing to eat. And yes, I'm doodling. I'm the world's worst. I always doodle when I'm talking. But, just, you know, guys, be a good person through all this. I mean, a lot of the pettiness that's going on in this world, and especially on YouTube, needs to stop. It has always needed to stop, but now more than ever, it needs to stop. Stop attacking people. Stop backstabbing people. And stop being fake, phony liars, because you're just adding to other people's stress. Stop being mad at somebody because they support somebody else. You or nobody else has a right to tell anybody who they can support. It's childish. It's insane. And just stop and go back and discover yourself. Why do you do that? You have no right. I can be friends with A, B, and C. And A, B, and C can each hate each other. But that's not my concern. As long as A, B, and C are each good to me and are a true friend to me, then I can be friends with each one individually and never bring the other ones into it because they don't like each other. So everybody needs to do that, really. You do. As far as the mental activity goes, my strongest suggestion for a lot of people, a whole lot of people, take out your Bible and read it. If you don't have one, Dollar Tree does sell them. A whole big dollar, you can have a Bible. Take out your Bible and read it. You need it. So, remain hopeful, remain mentally active, discover yourself, be positive, be a support team for others who need a support team. That is so important right now. And, you know, when you talk to them, be upbeat, be positive. Don't say, oh yes, I'm scared to death too. Oh yes, it's just horrible and it's going to get so much worse. Reassure them it is going to get better eventually. You know, we didn't get into this overnight. It took 2 months for the state of Florida to lock us down. We're not going to come out of it overnight. It's going to take a while. And these 30 days, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of de-stashing, which will give y'all a whole lot of good giveaways during my game nights and my lives that I'm going to be doing. Because in a time like now, I'm not going to try to sell this stuff. You know, I'm just not going to do it. I'll just give it away and pay the postage and send it to you because everybody needs a little uplifting now. So guys, think about that too. If you're doing a live, instead of hoarding stuff to sell to people who have lost their jobs or, you know, lucky to have food on the table now, do some giveaways during your lives. Just look through your stuff and say, okay, well, I might get $1 or $2 for this, so I'm going to give it away. Just build people up and make them feel good. Okay? I hope everybody will try some of these, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.